Hi people and welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you a trading method that I am doing to try and pass a prop firm. Okay, now this is no holds barred. This is just something that I'm going to be showing you, etc. Because I think this seems to work. So if we're looking at the daily chart, you'll see that this is GBP CHS and this is daily, and this is in a strong trend, okay, which is going short. That means that it's going down. And if you notice on the chart, you'll see that it's hit a very high support line, which is right here and here, and it's actually bouncing on and off this support line, which means that it's going to drop down. Okay, so what I've been doing is I've been trading this very link quite heavily. Okay, and I'm going to show you a few things, and I'm going to show you what I use to actually achieve this. Now, I was hoping to pass a prop firm, which I've realized I can't do at the moment, and the very reason why is because I'm just at a point where I've only been running the actual trade for 4 days. I've only got the prop firm for 4 days, and I need it for a minimum of 5 days, and I'll show you what I mean here. You'll see here that I started this morning. I've made over $565 in a day, which is right here. So if I check the trade, which is this one here, and you'll see that today's profit is $641.04. Okay, and you'll see that it's $756.21. I need 800 before I pass this profit target. And one of the reasons why I stopped was because I was looking at the minimum trading days, and it says 5 and I've only got 4. So this means that if I pass this or get past the £800 threshold, I don't know if the prop firm may stop me from actually passing. So what I've decided to do is shelve this, wait till tomorrow, and then I will probably carry on and get it passed. That's providing that my actual signals I've got, etc., is set up. Now, the way that I said to you before, how I've used the signals and what I've used to do that is that if you check through, see, this is the 1 minute, and then this is the 5 minute, and you can see that this is where I've been trading. So I've hit the top point of this thing, and I've been literally just shortening this. I've been selling. Okay, now I've been using 0.2 of a lot with GBP CHF, and literally I just wait until it gets to around about $5 to $10. I'm not greedy, and I will literally just take it then. The reason why I do that is because there's no point being greedy, because what you've got to remember is that you don't want to have too much drawdown when it comes to a prop firm, because if you have too much drawdown, okay, this is the drawdown here, which is $118. I think I'm allowed $500 drawdown. So if I was running on a higher lot, the drawdown would be a lot higher, and I could actually blow my account up, okay, because it means that my actual if I go here, this is the exposure. You see that my equity is 637 and my balance is 10,756. Okay, and if we go to history, you'll see these are all the winnings that I've got. Okay, so if we just click on here, you'll see that round about $14, and you'll see that this is all GB CHF. You see the date, it's on the 4th January the 4th, so all this is genuine. And you can see that literally where I've been trading this, day trading this myself, you can see that this was a 10k account, and you can see that I've just gone all the way through, etc. And I've literally made $947.19 is the pure profit of this account. Okay, but as I said before, I just had to be a bit careful. So what I've decided to do is I've moved over to another prop account now. So if we click on here, I've got another one which I'm running up here. So this one here is at $951.94. Okay, so we might be able to do a day trade on this one, and I'll be show you. So you see where this is going up. What we need to do is we just need to double check a few things. Okay, so you'll see that if you look now on this chart, these are the points, and this one here is where it's basically created its own support and resistance lines here, right? So when this gets back up to this, then I will start to do a few more. So we're nearly there, we're nearly getting into that position now. So what we need to do is click on sell, and I'm just going to click on sell, a few sells. Now the other thing you've got to be careful with prop firms, okay, is you're only allowed a minimum amount of actual trades open, because you'll get hypersensitized account warning. They will turn around and say to you that your account is warning. They basically think you're running an EA. You can see that I'm not. I've literally just looked at these things here. I've got no signals that I'm running at all. The only thing that I did do is I just double checked to make sure that the actual my actual chart, okay, this is a good time to use this. This is on the daily chart, so I know it's bounced off a daily resistance here. It's already gone down, it's had a pullback, okay, reached that resistance again, so now it's going to drop back down again, okay. But as you all know, when it comes to trading, nothing is guaranteed. But what I've done now is I'm just literally going to be every time this goes up, I'm just going to keep selling. So I'm just selling again. And obviously what I tend to get with this is you get almost like a drop, okay, with GBP CHF. When I use this, this is quite a good one to trade on. I normally find what happens is you get like a drop. So what will happen in a minute is it will keep going up, and then it will hit a resistance. So if we look in the 5 minute, you'll see that this possibly could be the resistance here, and then it will start to drop. And then this is when what you do is you wait here and you just click on the X as soon as it's between $5 or $10. That's what I do, okay. So I'm just gonna see if I can grab a few more. So you load up your sales. I know this is a bit of a crude method, but this method works. And you see now that we're starting to drop, okay. So you may just go past this, go back up like it's done, and then it will drop. There we go. So it's gone back up, it's gone back up again. I don't think it's going to go, oh yeah, it has, it's gone back up. And then what you'll find now is it will probably start to drop down, because it's hit that resistance of the 5 minute chart. If it breaks this 5 minute chart resistance, you can see it's here as well. Okay, then it's going to go up to the next resistance, which is up here. So if we go to the 15 minute chart, you'll see that it's going to, if it breaks that resistance, and we go to the 30 minute chart, and we should be able to see the next resistance. Okay, so all I'm basically doing is I'm finding the highest point, and as soon as I hit the highest point, I'm then just hitting sell, and I'm just running it down. Now there is a signal that I used to find that daily chart. Okay, so I am going to expose that on this video, and you will be able to get access to that when you join into my trading membership, okay, because I'm going to be creating a trading membership. And you see now that this is starting to come down, so you can see it's coming down, and instantly you'll see that where I've taken my GBP CHF, any minute now these will start to go blue. Now the reason they're not at the moment is because they're not coming into profit yet, but they will do. And then what I do is wait for $5 to $10 and then just click on them. So with this one, the exposure here is at 9,945. This is an account that I started to lose my money on. Okay, so I'm manually trading now to bring these up, because I was running a bot on this, which I wanted to test. So we're going to go back here. And you can see now that this is obviously stopped off, it's going back up again. So all I'm doing now is I'll just basically just keep, once this goes back up around here again, then I'm just going to buy a few more sales, and I'm going to wait for the drop. Okay, you can see now that we're starting to come into profit on some of these. Right, I'm going to show you that signal. So we're going to go over to MT4. This is the MT4 that I'm using. Okay, this isn't the signal that I'm using. Okay, what I am doing is I am using the GBPF CHF daily, and you can see that it tells me that trend strength is strong. Okay, this is one I'm using at the moment. It's called VCrush code. Okay, now there's loads and loads out there. Basically, if you looked in the daily chart, you would have spotted it anyway. Okay, so it's literally just a case of going through the strong currency pairs and seeing if you can find a strong support and resistance which has appeared, okay, within inside the actual chart. Okay, now one of the other ones that you could check is GBP CHF and Euro CHF. If we go to Euro CHF, so if I click on here, just going to move this over, and if I go to Euro CHF, which is this one here, drag this across, okay, and then I'm just going to take the grid off. And you see there's already, I've got a double bottom activated on this one. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to check the day chart, and then I'm going to bring this in a bit, okay, and we're going to see if it's hit any support. Now I'm just going to change that to candle. You'll see that the idea is you're looking for support. So this one here, okay, remember this is in the daily support. There is a support here. So this may have gone back up and now it's coming back down. And if you notice, what it's doing is it looks like it's coiling. So if we go here, and if I bring this out, we'll bring this across. I mean, it's looking like it's coiling. That looks like it's a triangle effect, so it's either going to go up or it's going to go down. Okay, the chances are it's probably going to go down because one of my actual trade testers, which I was this one here, this was telling me that this particular signal was going to go down. Okay, I was using a certain signal which comes up anyway when you do it. I've got quite a few signals that I use on MT4, and then I trade on MT5. So you'll see that this one here, if we go back here, then you'll see that we're in profit here. So I'm just going to sell because we're above my line, and I'm hoping any minute now it's going to start coming back down again. What it tends to do is it tends to drop. So we're going back up again, so click another sell. Now remember, there's all sorts of ways for people to trade, okay, so just because I do it this way doesn't mean you have to do it this way. I'm basically just showing you what I do which works, and you'll see now this is starting to come down, and what you're looking for is you're looking for a candle to drop down pretty much like this, okay, which is the same as this one. So this one may drop the same as this one, and of course this will put in my GBCHF, which I've got here, in profit when it does. So I create a cluster of sales on the highest point, and I just wait for them to drop. Of course, this is actually on a VPS system. This is running on the VPS Las Vegas, this one. So if I have a power cut or anything like that, I don't have to worry about, my trades will still remain open. That's one of the good things with having a VPS. And we see that this is dropping now. You can see now that these are all starting to come into action. What I'll be doing is I'll be doing separate videos of the signals that I am looking at, which are finding my day trades quicker than I can. Where there's quite a few signals I'm using and templates, etc., which I actually brought, but I now have license rights to give them away. And that's one of the reasons why I'll be setting up a link below. If you're watching the YouTube channel, all you need to do basically is just click on the link below, which will take you to an email news group, and you will be able to join the news group, and it will show you exactly how you'll be able to get access to the signals completely free. Okay, here we go. This is the bit we're waiting for. So this is starting to drop down. You'll see now that these are starting to go blue. It's quite possible that it's hit the support right here. So we're hoping it's going to break through that support and then keep going. If it doesn't, then what I do is I just keep loading up again. I use GBP CHF because it's quite a good one to do this with. I've been doing this morning. So what we're doing now is we're waiting for confirmation, if you like. Okay, so there's the next one. And if we check the 5-minute chart, it's going to give us an idea. There's my cluster that I've already put on. 15-minute chart, you see there's the cluster. The 30-minute chart. So you might be thinking I'm working on the tail end here, but I know that it's going, you know, there's a strong trend that's telling me that it's going down. So I know it's, you know, it's going to be a sell, or it's in the red. If I go to the 4 hour, I'm right at this brink here. So this is a big support point where it's going to drop. And day one, as I said to you before, these are all days, these candles. And you'll see that this is a high support area here. Okay, it's got to break through that support if it needs to go up, which is bounced. So basically it's bounced, it's having a bit of a pullback, and then it's going to drop down, which is exactly what it's doing right now. Okay, so we're just going to sell. So there could be some news that's going on here. This is the very reason why we're getting loads and loads of action with inside GBP CHF. So there could be, it's around about 1:15 PM. So this is quite possible that this is news related, which is making it do this. But the good news with it is that my trades are locking in. So I'm just going to take it to 5 minutes. 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and you can see that it's probably not going to go any further than that. There we go. And what I'm going to do now is I'm not going to take any more trades. The reason why is because I've got to watch. I'm at my drawdown is 200 $200 drawdown. Okay, I'm allowed a minimum of $500 with this account. So what I'm going to do now is I'm literally just going to wait now until this starts to fall. As soon as this falls, I'm going to take profit roughly when it reaches this area here. Okay, this is when I'm going to take the profit. Now there's no guarantee that this is going to happen live. This might be something that, you know, I may have to wait for at the end of the day, around about the 4 or 5 o'clock margin. We might be lucky for it to happen live. But what will happen is, because you can see I've got all these GBP CHFs that are opening up now, of course when these come into profit, these are all going to start going up. So we're just going to see what's going to happen. I'm just going to check my trend tool, which is this one here. You'll see that the trend strength is strong, which is downwards. And this is GBP CHF daily. I was also using another tool as well, which I'll show you if I can find it. There's quite a few tools I've got here actually. I don't use all of them, but there's a few here which do kick on and they work really well. That's the very reason why I use it. This one here is another tool. This is the Viking tool, okay? And this works quite well as well. This is telling me the trend. So basically, if I put GBP CHF, you'll see it's on a 15-minute window. If I move this to a day, it's now telling me that the trend is down, okay? So it's telling me that this trend, even though it's been going up, is going to come down. And this is a day trend, okay? So this is a few signals and actual things which I'm using, which is showing me what it's going to do. And there's another one here. If we go and use this one here is FXT50 GPNZD. You'll see that this is fast. So if I go to day, you'll see that this is a point where you would try and get into this system. There's loads and loads out there, okay? I will be making some of these available to help you, etc. Right, so we're just going to go back to my trade, which was this one here. You see it's created another support, which is really great in this area, because it just means that when this starts to come down, I'm going to be heavily in profit, and it's going to hopefully come down to somewhere around here, which I could probably make around $5 to $10 on each one of these GBP CHF trades, okay? So I can easily make a couple of £100, 120 to £200 when this decides to drop. I'm just going to load it up a bit more. I'm not going to go too much now because I've got to watch my drawdown. It's $205, so we're just going to leave it at this now. Let's see what happens. And again, if we go back, you can see that we're at the highest point. There's resistance here and here, okay? So there's a good chance it's going to bounce, which it's done. Hopefully, this is either going to break the resistance and go up, or it's going to come back down, okay? That's on the 5-minute window. This one here is a 15-minute window. You see there's a resistance here, so it's hopefully going to find the resistance, set up another candle, and that candle is going to tell us if it's going to go up or if it's going to go down. And then the 30-minute window is already at that point, okay? Then the 1 hour window, 4 hour window, back to 1 minute. You'll see that this just gives me plenty of time to load up, and that's basically what I do, okay? I'm just loading up all these clicks here. These are all trades that are in sell mode. Now again, what I said, be careful with prop firm, because if you have too many trades open, you can get told off for it. So I'm just going to see what it's going to do. Okay, that's all the trades I'm going to be taking for that. And just so we can show, because it looks like we're going to be lucky enough to be able to do this live online. Yeah, so we've got 9,941 US dollars, okay, in this account, with the equity of 9,764. And you'll see that it's starting to drop now, which means that I could be starting to get into profit. So you see these are going to $2, $1. And really it's personal preference. You just, as these come in, you'll see that these are all starting to come in now. So it's going to hopefully start to fall. If it doesn't, it just means that it's just building up before, and it will drop. Sell again. And you notice that before it can take the trade, it has to go past that your line that you create. Okay, now as I said before, I use prop firms, all right, and the idea is when you pass the prop firm, you get 80% winnings, and the other 20% the prop firm get. So if you pass your prop firm, providing you do not go down the drawdown, you can make money using your prop firm. Okay, that's depending on what prop firm you're using, what the prop firm is, how authentic they are, etc. And then all you have to basically do is find trades to win on, and then you just need to just draw your money out when you've actually got to a point of that situation. Okay, now prop firms can vary. There are a few out there where they will cost like $19 for a 10k account, and you normally start in $2,500 intervals. And the way that you do it, you see, look, see, this is where it's going down now, going up. This is where I reckon what's going to happen. This could be the star, okay, and this could be a signal that it's going to drop, which it did. So what it may do now is it may drop even more. So we're just going to see this in action. So I could load up one more. Missed it. But that doesn't matter. There we go. But this is definitely a signal that this is going to start coming down. At some point. Trying to collect a few more sell signals. Here we go. Now you could use moving average, you could use moving average 50, and you know there's loads of different other signals that you can use, etc. I've basically just shown you bare charts of how you can actually do this, so you don't need any signals really. It's just the only reason I used that signal was to find a daily chart that was showing me that it was going to drop today, that it was always going to be in sell mode. So now what I've done now is I've just worked to the highs, knowing that they're going to come down to the lows. Grab that again. There we go. That's basically it. Okay, so I'm not going to carry on the video anymore, but that's basically what I do. And then as soon as that starts dropping down, as soon as it gets down to around about this sort of level, then what I will basically do is take my profit for this lot, okay? And if it falls and finds another support and resistance, then I've already got some here in line, okay, which are going to start to make money for me in that position as well. That's why you've got these sell at 0.2, 0.2, and these are the ones which I'm hoping to make profit from, is this point here. That's it. All the very best. Cheers.